Guys, welcome to another exciting episode on this channel, Moments with Midex. And as always, my name is Midex. At least my name is yet to change. Okay, so welcome to your channel, my channel. So today we would be discussing self-esteem. Don't forget, on this channel we discuss random talks, relationship issues, and of course psychological tidbits. Today we would be discussing self-esteem. I'm sure a couple of times you would have heard of self-esteem. So what does it really mean? Self-esteem can be referred to how an individual views themselves. It can be referred to how you perceive yourself as an individual. It can also be referred to as self-confidence. Yes, a lot of people call this self-esteem self-confidence. So self-esteem can affect various aspects of our lives. It can affect how you view yourself, how you value yourself, how you carry yourself among your friends. It can affect how an individual recognizes his or her strengths and of course your weaknesses. You cannot recognize your strengths without recognizing your weaknesses. So self-esteem is one thing that helps you to recognize both. It also helps you in the decision you make. You know, sometimes when people make decisions, they make it out of fear. When you have self-esteem, when you're self-confident, then it affects the kind of decision you make for yourself. It also affects your happiness and even your belief system. Most people feel like we just mentioned self-esteem. No, it isn't. Self-esteem is even the core existence of human behavior. Now, let's talk about low self-esteem. A lot of people can also refer to self-esteem as high self-esteem because yeah, we have low self-esteem and high self-esteem. Okay, so low self-esteem is the direct opposite of self-esteem. Low self-esteem is when you do not have confidence in yourself, when you do not know how to behave among your peers, when you feel threatened by people or circumstances. Low self-esteem is not a mental health problem, but both can coexist as they are closely related. But most often, low self-esteem, if not properly managed, can lead to mental health problems. That is why you need to keep your self-esteem in check. When low self-esteem occurs over a long period of time, it becomes a mental health problem. Examples of things that can contribute to low self-esteem is one, when you're being bullied or abused. A lot of us grew up in an abusive environment. Some grew up in an environment whereby you're being bullied. You can not just be bullied in school only. Friends, parents, children, sibling to sibling, friends to friends. You know, so many factors. When we're being bullied or abused, it can lead to low self-esteem. Another thing is experiencing stigma in our daily lives. When you're stigmatized about a particular situation, say a situation of rape, a situation in which probably you went to an event or you're called out to do something and you're unable to do it perfectly, and then people will laugh at you. You know, the stigma, that stigma of she was called to do this and she was unable to do it, you know, stuff like that can contribute to low self-esteem. When you're having a physical or mental health problem, this can furthermore lead to low self-esteem. When you're worried about your appearance, sometimes so many people, they're worried about the way they look, they're worried about their eyeballs, they're worried about little things but might not be so little to them. Things like this can cause low self-esteem. Then when you have pressure, when you're pressurized to achieve unrealistic life goals. So many of us set unrealistic life goals for ourselves, and at the end of the day, when they are unachievable, it becomes a problem, thereby leading to low self-esteem. Some examples of behaviors that one can exhibit when one has low self-esteem includes feeling worthless. Yes, you begin to feel worthless, you begin to feel less of yourself, you know, you can't do things because you begin to have this low self-esteem. Some people begin hating on themselves. I wasn't able to achieve this, my colleague has achieved it, you know, all those things lead to examples of behavior that one exhibits when they have low self-esteem. Then when you blame yourself unduly, so many people, they blame themselves for situations that could have even been out of their control. Things like this can lead to low self-esteem. Improving self-esteem. Improving self-esteem may vary from person to person. Just like as individuals, we all vary in our characters and behaviors. Definitely in our adaptations too, we vary. So some of these might not relate to you, but then they will definitely help you one way or the other. So number one way through which you can improve your self-esteem is being kind to yourself. Try as much as you can to be kind to yourself. Know yourself, be positive about yourself, say positive things to yourself, ask people around, what do you like about me? You know, things like that can improve your self-esteem. Accept compliments. Some of us don't know how to take compliments. When they say you are beautiful, smile, you know, shoulder up, thank you, chin up, like the queen that you are, or like the boss that you are. Learn to take compliments. Have positive people around you. Avoid people that talk down on your behavior, that talk down at you. Celebrate your successes, celebrate your wins. Every little win you get, celebrate them. This does not necessarily mean you buying yourself stuff, because sometimes some of these wins might not equate to money, but then celebrate yourself. Be happy about whatever little achievement you've been able. Another thing is build a support network. Associate with people of like minds like you are. If you are a DJ, associate with fellow DJs. If you're a singer, a rapper, an artist, you know, associate with people in that field. Associate with them, rub minds with them. By doing this, you'll be able to boost your self-confidence. confidence. Look after yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. Get enough sleep. Eat right. Don't eat junks. I'm not talking about junks right now. Some of us are fond of junks. No, I'm not talking about junks. Eat right. Balanced diet. Eat well. Fruits, vegetables. Get enough sleep. Exercise daily. Write down your goals. Write down things. Just find yourself. Keep a journal. I've said this in previous videos. Keeping a journal can be so therapeutic. So you as an individual, if you want to increase your self-esteem, please take note of that. Keep a journal. Learn to take care of yourself. Go to fun places, visit fun places, just outdoor. Sometimes being outdoor can be therapeutic. Yes, go outdoor, have a feel of fresh air, go to a new environment, visit places you've never been before. Avoid drugs and alcohol. I can tell you for free, drugs and alcohol can be addictive, especially when you're going through a phase. So try as much as possible at every phase, at every juncture where you are at, please avoid drugs and alcohol. They can be addictive, and one thing I'm sure of is you can't easily get out of them. It is easy to get addicted to something, but getting out of addiction is one hard line one might need to cross, and sometimes it can be almost impossible. So please avoid drugs and alcohol. Another thing to do to increase your self-esteem is set yourself a challenge, and this can include you volunteering among a group, among a society. You can set achievable goals. Emphasis on achievable goals. Some of us set unachievable goals, unrealistic goals, thereby limiting us, and then at the end of the day, when you're unable to achieve this, it becomes a problem in itself. No, so please set achievable goals, realistic one. You can decide to learn something new. You can decide to learn a skill. You can decide to go into writing. You can decide to read a book over a specified period of time. These are some of the things you need to do to increase your self-esteem. Lastly, on this note, how to increase your self-esteem is see a certified therapist. Emphasis on certified. Everyone's adaptation varies. Hence, most of these might not be applicable to you. But when you see a certified therapist, then he or she will be able to put you through. Okay, so that is it on this very exciting episode of the channel Moments with Midex. I want to say thank you to everyone that has made this video a possibility. Special shout out to the guy behind my camera, Angela Olua. Thank you so much. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, click on the subscribe button right now and subscribe. Alright, till I come your way next time, I remain Midex. Enjoy.